Is it that time already?
It is that time.
Seems like we just did this yesterday.
Well, because we did.
It's Mike and John got it going on. Brought to you by Jordan Genso, official Kigo Realtor, and
the exclusive.
Official.
You go official. Kigo. I go exclusive. I think that they're
E&O here.
Okay.
Coming up today, a local brewing company. Also, we'll take a look at last night's trivia question, see if we got a winner. 2-cent history coming up. We'll talk with the great Bonnie Runyon. And, of course, being Friday, we'll give away a free lunch at Torch 180 and find out what's going on with Ron and the gang at Torch 180. Is this my voice or my microphone?
I don't know. It sounds like your voice.
All right, let me fix the voice.
You got a little frog in there?
Yeah, it was a little frog.
Hey, frog.
Frogs.
Hey, mama. Oh, sorry.
News brought to you by
the Ghoul,
Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
Okay. All right, here's what's going on. A water main break Thursday in the city of Brighton forced a boil water advisory to be issued for all City of Brighton water customers. According to a notice on the city's website, the precautionary actions are being taken due to the loss of water pressure in the water distribution system. It was caused by a water main break early Thursday involving a 50-year-old large 12-inch cast pipe that broke 7 feet below the surface on Washington near 3rd Street. Now, they make clear that this is not related to the Main Street construction. Officials say crews completed work late Thursday to get pressure restored, but even after the break's repaired, the boil water advisory will still be in effect until at least 9 p.m. Saturday. Meanwhile, water staff will be taking over remedial actions like flushing and collecting bacteriological samples from around the system. Those will be collected to determine that the water quality meets the state drinking water standards. Anybody wanting more information is asked to contact Corey Brooks with the City of Brighton. You'll find those details on our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. A DTE worker from Milford was killed Tuesday evening after a piece of equipment fell on top of him. The Michigan Occupational Safety and Health Administration says the fatal accident occurred April 4th just after 7 p.m. at an electrical substation in Clarkston when a radiator assembly came loose and struck the 61-year-old electrical maintenance journeyman from Milford who was working with several other people to dismantle a transformer. The Independence Township Fire Department responded. They began life-saving procedures, but the victim was pronounced dead a short while later at a nearby hospital. According to MIOSHA, this is the 7th workplace-related death so far in 2023. In 2022, there were 43 MIOSHA-related fatalities. And a local progressive political organization has formally allied itself with a similar group in West Michigan. Ottawa Integrity PAC announced late Wednesday a partnership with newly formed Livingston Integrity PAC. According to a press release, the two groups have signed a memorandum of understanding, quote, aligning their missions and agreeing to operate under the same principles of integrity, end quote. The groups say their partnership came into being when Livingston County activists Julie Hohashi and Corey Charbonneau, who founded the grassroots group Heartland Truth, approached leaders of Ottawa Integrity PAC earlier this year with a desire to join forces in pursuit of good governance. Hohashi said their group had been watching the Heartland Consolidated Schools Board of Education and Administration undergo what she called agenda-fueled attacks, and they recognized the need to organize and move forward as a political action committee to try and combat what they view as extremists attempted to take over local government. Both groups are nonpartisan political action committees authorized by the state of Michigan. Both say they'll maintain local control and focus on issues particular to their individual counties, but will share best practices and strategies. And that's what's going on.
It's good to share when it comes to integrity, John.
It is good.
I'll share my integrity with you. You probably need a little more. Okay. So that's nice to hear that there's some sharing of integrity.
That is nice.
And ideas. Yeah. News brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton. Brighton's preeminent jewelry store with a commitment to customer service, community involvement, of course, honesty, professionalism, and exquisite merchandise, offering something for everyone, whether it's something new or reimagined, remodeled, cleaned, or repaired. Cooper and Binkley Jewelers can take care of you. If you like the latest from Simon G. and Zagani, Cooper and Binkley Jewelers will take care of you. Stop by and see them today, downtown Brighton. Despite the construction, water main breaks, whatever. Rain, sleet, or snow, they'll stay open and take care of you, unless it's really bad out. Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton and online at cooperandbinkleyjewelers.com. They're also big supporters of the Walk to End Alzheimer's event, which, of course, we were at the introductory breakfast this past Tuesday and met a lot of great people and had a great time.
Right, and the Gardens. Walk, again, this year coming up September 30th in downtown Howell because of the construction in Brighton. So something a little bit different, but looking forward to that.
You know what else we're looking forward to, John, is Cowgirls coming to downtown Brighton. Have you heard?
By
the look on your face. No, remember, Genopolis, the owners have decided during the construction, they're going through a reimagining themselves.
Right.
And taking Genopolis, and they're going to make it a cowgirls country bar. That means some more line dancing and cowboy boots.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
All right. Last night in Mike and John Got It Going On Trivia, brought to you by our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors, serving Livingston County for 25 plus years with unparalleled service and products. I don't know if we got a winner last night. Did you have a chance to scan through?
I did not.
Well, let's get on the ball here then, John.
Why don't you get on the ball, Mr. Integrity?
Because you took the ball chair that I had and moved it into another location.
Well, it's right over
Do you want
there.
me to go get it so I can get on the ball?
You want to get on the ball?
I'll go get on the ball.
You can go get on the ball.
Pull up some of our answers and we'll see if we got us a winner.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to get on the ball.
Why don't you go get on the ball? No, don't fall off the ball. The last thing you want to do.
I fell off the wagon already.
You're right. I know. You're on this show.
All right. Here we go.
That's never good. All right. Our question: the average person will buy 9 of these a year. What are they? 9
Beers.
9 what?
9 what?
All right.
All right. Did we get a winner?
I didn't see your answer.
Oh,
I told you I didn't do anything on this. I was busy.
What were you doing?
I was busy.
Looking for your integrity?
Doing the news. You
were doing
the whole news and the website and Facebook and all that other stuff that just magically happens. Look, it magically occurs. All right.
I think he's trying to say something.
Oh, I'm not trying. Let's see.
I can't get it to load.
I don't think you did send it to me.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't see it.
I'm kind of sure I did.
Yeah, I don't see it.
All right. Well, I just pull up our page.
I see you sent me the information about Ethan's interview.
I did.
Yeah, but you didn't send me the trivia.
Well, for some reason, our page is not loading on my iPad, so you're going to have to take care of that on your end. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the answer, we'll get to that in just a minute. Let's get to the question first. As you said, the average person will buy 9 of these a year.
Right.
9 what?
Jeff said rounds of drinks.
All right, Jeff. Where are we meeting?
Yeah. Okay.
See, all right. Let's talk about buying a round.
Have you ever bought a round?
I don't go to the bar that I'm.
If you're with a bunch of if you're with a bunch of friends, like, all right, I got this one.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. But now, does that really happen that often? Because usually it's like a tab that's going on. Right. But if you say, I got this round, you're paying the server at that particular moment. Yes, I have done that. And it was over 30 years ago.
Cheapo.
For instance, go to the bar.
Not too long ago, I finally saw Top Gun Maverick.
About time.
Where they make him buy round the whole bar like several times.
Yeah, ringing a bell.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, that gets kind of expensive because there's a lot of people.
Well, he's Tom Cruise. He can afford that.
If you're in the bar and they go, oh, hey, so-and-so's buying around, you'd be like, well, what's the most expensive drink we got on here? I'll take 10 of those.
Christine said, greeting cards, 9 greeting cards. Probably maybe birthdays, that kind of thing. Or you just send a text. Wish them happy birthday on social media. You're covered, right?
Jen said deodorant.
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah,
for those that there's some that are under average and probably don't need 9 different.
Now, Mona, who is a baker in the family, said bags of sugar.
Wow.
I think that might be exclusive to Mona's house.
I think so, because a bag of sugar, I probably have one that's in my cupboard. It's been there for probably 12 years.
Sometimes you get to go chisel it out.
Ice cream cones, said Kimberly.
Yeah.
How often? Let's go to the ice. Let's get an ice cream cone.
Now, Debbie said 9 tanks of gas for the lawnmower.
Well, depending on the size of your lawn, I could see that.
9 tanks. I'm like, yikes.
Lori said toothbrush. Kate said hot dogs. We were talking about opening day yesterday. Disaster. Pizza, said Beth.
Madonna said panties. Blush.
Madonna's somewhat close with that answer.
9 pairs of panties. 8.
Well, Spencer said underwear, so that's a little. That could cover the men too, unless the guys are buying panties. Whatever floats your boat. Beverly Ann said shoes. Chris said light bulbs. I was surprised nobody said batteries. But I don't think we did get a right answer, and it was from Ann.
Okay.
And it was pairs of socks.
All right. 9 pairs of socks a year?
Yeah. It depends. I think that leans more on the ladies, because guys will go, these are holy. I got another wear or two out of them.
Probably maybe will buy. Well, I usually buy like a 10-pack.
Yeah, a 10 or 12 pack.
10 or 12 pack, and that's like every other year, probably at best. And usually that's after my socks start disappearing, because my wife is like, yeah, these are getting thrown away. I'm like, hey, where's all my socks?
These white socks are now grayish.
So. All right, so congratulations to Ann.
Yeah, Ann got the right answer. Was pairs of socks. We'll have another trivia question coming your way on Sunday night for Monday. Of course, trivia brought to you by OG sponsor Firehouse Doors, celebrating their 25th year of serving Livingston County. Your one-stop shop for residential, commercial, and rolling steel overhead doors, otherwise known as
RSODs.
For the past 22 years, Firehouse Doors has been Livingston County's only authorized distributor of CHI overhead doors. Call Firehouse Doors today, 810-599-7480.
And you can always look for their fleet of red trucks out on the road, very distinctive. We need a fleet.
You think we really need a fleet of trucks?
Yeah.
We're not repairing anything.
Well, people see the Firehouse Doors trucks out there. Oh, that's Firehouse Doors. They're always clean, always ready to go. We need a fleet that exemplifies us.
I understand where you're going.
A fleet of, say, Pintos. So,
they would need a lot more than a coat of paint to keep them on the road. Right. If we're talking Pintos from the 70s,
or the fine Ford, what was the Comet? Remember the Comet?
That was a Mercury. It was the sister car to the Maverick at the time.
But those were like a Pinto.
They could be. They were a little bigger.
Pinto shaped, we'll say.
Yeah, they were a little bigger. You could sport those up. Put some mags on them.
The Comet. That was like on the Chrysler side, you had the Volare, Aspen, and Duster.
Nothing beats an Aspen.
Yeah, they were all the same car, but they would this one has a new mirror. It's the Aspen. You're like, who cares? It's the same damn car.
Well, yeah, it's an Aspen.
Good old
sounded like you were
Duster
going skiing somewhere.
I mean, did you ever see a cop show where they were in a Duster? Come on.
No, matter of fact, since you bring that up, last year when I went to a couple of the classic car shows at Baker's in Milford, and they had the guys that do that. It's like a traveling podcast and a reality TV series, and they would take a car and they would offer a certain amount for the crappiest car so they could redo it and give it away. And some guy had a Duster, and they were like, that's even too low for us.
That's going to test our skills. I mean,
a Duster.
Yeah.
So
we had an Aspen.
Oh, you had an Aspen.
We had an Aspen.
You were one above the Duster.
Oh, it was a piece of crap. I mean, it was really a piece of crap.
Do you have any pictures of an Aspen?
I could dig it out, but Detroit in the late 70s really not putting out quality material.
We talked last time about my Mustang 2, the Mach 2, that ran like a sewing machine, and that kind of summed up the late 70s.
Yeah, it was not a great time.
And it all started with John's reference to our fleet of vehicles of Pintos. Yeah. And if you would like to see us get a fleet of Pintos, the best way to do so is to support the show. And that's not only by watching it, but maybe making a donation, or if you have a friend that owns a business and would like to do some advertising, perhaps sponsoring our newsletter. We have a newsletter, right?
We do have a newsletter.
We do have that.
Yeah, it goes out every day at 5 o'clock.
Comes to your inbox. You don't even have to walk out to the mailbox. Comes right to your phone, your computer. Right. Or if you would like to donate, as we've had a few this week, hit us up on Venmo.
Right, and lots of folks have contacted us saying, look, I really appreciate all that you guys do. I love the show, appreciate the news, the trivia, the content and everything, and how can I support you? And so, the Venmo account that we have here, and you can see the QR code up on the screen. So if you want to just snap that, and you can make a donation, because honest to God, there is overhead in this operation. The website is not free. Keeping up all the material, following things. We've employed various people to help us. And as a matter of fact, coming soon, we're about to announce a new partnership with somebody that is well known in this community. All right, who has a really good eye for stuff. All right, and we're going to be teaming up with him, and I think we'll make that announcement next week.
Wow.
Yeah. If you can picture this gentleman, he's somebody that is well known, and we're going to team up with him, and we'll announce it next week. But the point being, we have this.
Trying to picture him in my head when you said he has a good eye.
Why don't you take a camera? If you had like a mind, take a camera.
Can I take a selfie?
Yeah.
I'm not real good at selfies.
So,
all right.
Nonetheless,
so that's soon to come.
Yeah, if you'd like to help support Gigo, you can do so through our Venmo here. Just you hit the QR code and make your donation. And gosh, we so much appreciate it. And several people in this past week have done just that. Our good friend TK from Brighton, that cheesehead, he really stepped up.
He did.
Tammy
and
Doug from Fenton. Appreciate their help as well. So,
and that was a very nice letter they wrote.
Yeah, it was very nice.
More about you than me, but that's okay. I'm over
now
it
that
now.
You're thinking of
I'm over it now.
Sorry. So, if Tammy and Doug could please write a letter about Mike, that'd be appreciated.
No, you don't have to. I got a text from Taylor, so they love me too. Eternity Brewing Company in Howell is doing something new, and we're going to see if we can get Ethan on the line to chat about the upcoming things they have going on at Eternity.
Been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
We got bounced to voicemail, John.
Now, try my strategy.
Your strategy?
Call right back.
Call right back right now?
You do a second time.
I'm going to do that.
It doesn't always work. Sometimes cell phones are funky. Sometimes, like, the person doesn't see the call. And then the second time, it's like, oh, my phone's ringing.
Perhaps Ethan's just having a beer before he answers the phone. Or he overslept.
Yeah, I'm not sure which.
Not sure.
Yeah, well.
I'll try it again.
Okay. You do that.
I'll do it third time's a charm.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, it's quite a charm, all right. All right. Hey, we are brought to you by Jordan Genso. He is both the exclusive and official Gigo Realtor. So,
hey guys, how's it going?
Okay.
Hey, there's Ethan. How you doing, Ethan?
Get the hell out of here, Jordan.
Good.
All right.
Doing good.
Sorry, we're in the middle of a live commercial.
Yeah, we bumped our main sponsor for you, Ethan. All right.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
So, Ethan, the thing that an article in a post in Howell Happenings caught my eye the other day, and we're good friends with Trevor Brooks of Eternity Brewing Company in Howell, and he said, who's taking this on is Ethan Hillier, the one to talk to about this, and you are doing everything craft, and it sounds like pure Michigan right here in Howell, so you could call it pure Howell almost.
There you go. Yeah, so, basically, Eternity Brewing's been around for, quite a while, 2014, and I believe we're the oldest brewery in Livingston County. And so kind of, with all the unique challenges that I'm sure all of your listeners have experienced, over the past few months or years, in a response to increasing prices and all that stuff, we figured, how do we do all this stuff as close to home as possible? And so we kind of went out and rethought where we were getting all of our ingredients, and it kind of just, that was the process, and it kind of just happened that when we were talking with someone with the state of Michigan, they said, well, have you guys considered being, applying to be considered a pure Michigan company, which apparently is actually a program where they go through and they look at all of your invoices, all of your vendors, and kind of tabulate how much stuff you're getting from Michigan, and we were over 90%.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're pretty proud of that, and to support other local small businesses and Michigan companies as well.
Now, was this something you guys were attempting to do in the beginning, or just kind of fell into place where it's like we're having trouble getting ingredients, so we search for somebody a little closer and try and build on that?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was not, the goal was not to set out to be pure Michigan. The goal was to try to make sure that we can, not have to raise our prices significantly for our customers, because of the difficulty of getting things shipped in, and not having relationships with the vendors directly. Obviously that makes a big difference when you're working with local places, and you can drop in and say hi and say, hey, can you help me out? And I can help you out. And, just kind of the sense of community is very helpful there.
Well, I know you've had a lot of great support from the community in fundraising to do some different things there at the brewing company. And one of the things I was reading about was the milling of your own grains. So how do you incorporate that right inside the business, or do you have a separate location for something like that?
Yeah, so recently we were able to secure a piece of equipment to do it all inside the brewery. So previously we would have essentially our grain supplier. Most of the grain we would get would be milled in their large commercial system and then sent to us already milled. And so in talking with our brewers about this, essentially the enemy of beer in all stages is oxygen. And so even the grain, when it's already milled, it's already broken down, starts oxygenating in the bag before it's even put into the beer. It's before it's even made into beer. And so by milling it in house, not only does it save us a considerable amount of money in paying someone else to do it, it also allows us to essentially mill the grain, put it right into the beer, and avoid that extra oxygenation that happens while it's waiting.
Now, how many other breweries do you know? I don't think any in Livingston County, but even just across the state, it seems like very few would be taking that extra step.
That's a good question. I'm not really sure how many places are doing it or not.
Because it's the kind of thing I think that as a customer, you don't really think about it. You just go, oh, I'm going to this brewery. Hey, this is nice, But where you get your grain and how you mill it, that's really not something that's on the general customer's mind. And yet you guys have taken that extra step to go ahead and do that to make even that much better of a beer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, at the end of the day, you'll taste it in the end product. But it's not really something you really think about. And I will say there are some very passionate home brewers and people that are really into brewing in the area, and they definitely know about it because home brewers tend to mill their own grains when they're making their beer as well.
Right.
It's just not normally 60 to 300 pounds of grain that they're milling. it's
and it sounds like you're also doing something similar with your kitchen. Trying to do things more from scratch. Yeah, so same kind of thought process. I'm sure that all of my fellow restaurateurs in the area can attest to this, but food prices have gone up at an extreme rate, and you can see that in the grocery stores when it comes to eggs or things like that people are really noticing.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have chickens out back laying eggs and then they become the dinner later on, or what?
I mean, those are the type of issues that the restaurants are feeling as well. Yeah. And so when it comes to chicken wings, when it comes to salmon, when it comes to almost every ingredient we're using, the prices have gone up, sometimes double. And the price is really fluctuating, whereas before we used to be able to be more consistent. And so what we decided was, how do we look at this? Because at the end of the day, we want to be an approachable place. We want to be a place where people feel comfortable coming, hanging out for several hours with their friends, with their family, or if they're alone, come and make friends at the bar. So we don't want to be serving, $30 dishes. And so how do we reduce our costs up front so we don't have to pass any of that on to the customer? And so what we decided to do was, hey, if we can't make it in-house, we'd rather not pay for someone else to make it for us and then pass that charge on to the customer. So we started smoking. We bought a smoker. We started smoking our own meats. We started making our own sauces. And really kind of reducing our menu to be only things that we can do ourselves.
See, when you think about that, that's a lot of the things that when somebody's going to culinary arts school or something like that, it's a lot more detailed and talented to be able to do something like that, as opposed to working at one of your chain restaurants where you have the Gordon's food truck pull up and drop off the box of frozen chicken wings and things of that nature. So everything made from scratch in the kitchen and back to the brewing. How many beers do you guys create or craft?
Yeah, so we have a number of beers that we kind of call our staple beers, and those we kind of normally keep several of those on draft. We currently have 19 beers on draft, and we make a number of other seasonal beers as well as. We let the guys get a little experimental back there every once in a while. So one of our assistant brewers, we let them make a birthday beer every year, and so his birthday beer is it was called a Baltic Porter, and it's going to have jelly and peanut butter in it.
Really?
So
I'll take the PB&J with a head on it, thanks.
I don't know if that's going to be a great seller for you, Ethan, but
no, I think that would be quite interesting to try.
Yeah, what is the most odd flavor that you've seen be more successful than you may have imagined when creating one of these craft beers?
you want to know what? It is actually something that I haven't seen many people do, at least to the extent that we've done it, but it is very spicy beers.
Really?
We've made several beers with ghost peppers and Carolina Reaper peppers in them.
Wow.
That, we kind of make people taste them first before we pour them a full glass of it.
Right, right.
Well, it's not necessarily something you'd want to chug,
Yeah, here's a little sample. Just make sure you really want that, that Reaper beer. But something like you said, though, a lot of people do like that.
Don't
that
fear the
spicy, that spicy. Flavor. I wonder,
but doesn't that make you thirsty too? So then you're going to want another one?
Well, that's the point.
You're catching on.
Right. I was just, noted, I said you had 19 different beers. It's kind of an odd number, and I'm thinking
number 20.
I'm thinking number 20. I'm thinking might be the Mike and J.
Yeah,
Mike
we've been
John beer.
kind of bugging Trevor about that for a few years now.
So,
what do we got to do, Ethan? Maybe you're the man that can make it happen.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm thinking. You can make it like mayonnaise and sriracha. Mayonnaise for Mike, and sriracha for me.
I don't even like mayonnaise. Let's go back to the peanut butter.
Sriracha, we can do sriracha. Mayonnaise, I don't know.
Yeah, that might be a step too far. I agree.
We have some standards here, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Message received, loud and clear. One thing I've always appreciated about Eternity Brewing is every time I see you guys, posting on Facebook or wherever, you're always hosting an event. You're always, a fundraiser
and stuff like that.
Helping out local organizations, and kind of that's what got us into this conversation is. How much you guys have embedded yourselves locally and supporting local organizations, and you've really had quite an impact in just the past year.
Yeah, we, when it comes to small brewery, it's really about the atmosphere. I mean, obviously we push to have great beer and great food, and the atmosphere is made up by the people. We can have the coolest looking walls and bar and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's the people. And so, we want to be involved in the community. We want our employees to be involved in the community. And so fundraising it's a win-win for everyone, because not only do we bring in customers, we also bring in customers that maybe wouldn't normally go into a brewery. Maybe that's not their normal comfort zone, but they are willing to support the cause, and they come in and they realize, hey, this place actually has a pretty good atmosphere. And on the other side of the coin, we get to partner with a great, typically local charity that has passionate people behind it. And, us being passionate about what we do, we like to surround ourselves with other passionate people. And so giving back to the community is part of our business model. It really is just part of what we want to be and what we want to do. And so we partner, every month we have, three now, fully, dedicated nights to charity euchre tournaments. And we also host occasional, ladies' nights for La Casa. So the last one we had was very successful. We were able to raise over $1,600 in just 4 hours. And so some of the, events like that. And then on top of that, we are fully open to, taking events when we can. We're hosting a veterans event this month. And I know you guys were out at Crystal Gardens yesterday, I believe. We're currently trying to get something put together for Alzheimer's Awareness Month in June, to partner with them as well. So,
yeah, I know in June they're going to have an event in downtown Howell to promote the walk that's going to happen
in September
30th. So,
and we're talking about getting a team together too, Ethan, and maybe we can team up and arrange a day to do something as far as a fundraiser and get some of our Mike and John team members, or recruit some new ones, and maybe team up with you guys in doing so.
Yeah, we're in.
All right. Yeah, we'll have to talk more about that.
We'll talk to your people, and your people talk to our people, and we'll make that happen.
Right, but to the point though, in the past 12 months, you guys have raised over $20,000 for local nonprofits, and you're making a commitment to double that in the next year. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's the old adage. I know it's kind of cliche at this point, but some cliches are good. You get what you give, and I don't believe that we would have gotten to the point where we are as a business if we didn't give back to the community, because the community that we have here in Livingston County they recognize when people are being genuine and when people are being involved, and that's just who we want to be. We want to be a local place that people go and feel comfortable and spend with their friends and eat great food and have great beer. I mean, we never set out to become founders. We never wanted to be some $1 billion buyout. I mean, I wouldn't complain, but
Right.
but we always wanted to be kind of a Cheers type of vibe. We wanted someplace where everyone felt at home and could have a great time and feel comfortable and safe.
That's a great model to follow, whether you're a bar or any other type of business, just where you're more welcoming to the public and not just a big stamp on a business name.
If you're looking for that Cheers vibe, we could pull up.
John could be Norm.
I'll be Norm, and Mike could be Cliff.
Oh, I got to be Cliff. Come on. Well, at least it's not Carla. All right. Well, Ethan, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today, and we'll be in touch about the walk to end Alzheimer's. Maybe we can team up and do something by June. Sounds like a great plan. All right.
Hey, just so all of your listeners know, today is National Beer Day.
Yes, it is. It is National Beer Day.
I don't think there's any better way to celebrate National Beer Day than to stop by your local brewery.
That's right.
Of course, Eternity Brewing, and say hi to Ethan for us when you get there.
Ethan!
All right, awesome.
All right, Ethan, we appreciate it, and still give some consideration to that Mike and John, or even a Got It Going On brew, a Got It Going On growler, whatever you want to do. How about that?
The Gigo Growler.
Look at that, Ethan. We should be your marketing guys.
Hey, you guys come on in. Let's talk.
All right.
All right. Say hi to Trevor, Brennan, and Greg and the gang for us. We appreciate you checking in today.
Will do.
Eternity Brewing Company in Howell, and that was one of the reasons why we wanted to have Ethan on, was just their real tie to the community and not only the Pure Michigan thing, but as John highlighted too, all the fundraising they do here and around Livingston, for Livingston County and surrounding areas.
Well, we try to ally ourselves with similar businesses, like Cooper and Binkley, who give back so much. And again, here's Eternity Brewing, and they've made this commitment to even double their fundraising in the next year. And so those are the types of businesses that we want to be associated with and that we want to support as well. So absolutely, on National Beer Day, you got to stop by Eternity Brewing.
I thought I sent you the info on that it's National Beer Day too with the Ethan stuff.
You didn't.
It was right on the top. But anyway, you just got to read what I send. Send what I'm reading. You looking at it?
You should.
No.
Yeah, where? There it is.
It says it right there, National Beer
No,
Day.
you did no. It's right here. Look, you showed me. This is what you sent me.
Maybe
I'm looking at my email.
It was my bad.
You didn't send me the trivia.
Maybe I added that later. Maybe I had a beer and forgot about you.
Maybe you did.
You know what you folks should do is have a beer and forget about John, but remember Jordan Genso, official Gigo Realtor.
Yes, and the exclusive Gigo Realtor.
That too.
Okay, he's your serving community realtor, of course. Jordan Genso with Remax Platinum. Give him a call. He has the expertise to both sell your home and find a new home, and that's always the conundrum. Sorry, using a big word.
Wow.
Sorry, when you are selling a home.
I've heard conundrum before.
Okay.
I'm in one Monday through Friday, starting at 7 a.m. What a conundrum I've gotten myself into.
Yes, you are.
Batman.
But the thing is, when you're like, okay, I'm going to sell my home now. Now you got to go find a home, and that's always because the market is limited. There's limited inventory, and so that becomes tricky. Jordan is definitely the person to sort of navigate those waters.
Get you through the tricky that Jordan will.
Absolutely. So he's the person to call. 248-444-9777.
It's National Beer Day.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think the Gigo beer would be called? Was it Gigo
I thought the Gigo Growler.
Well, the Gigo Growler, that's what you take when you're doing like a crawl, right?
Right.
Or you just keep bringing that back and saying, hit my Gigo.
You could get a flight of beers. You get the little board thing that's got the little, and that's one where you better have a designated driver. I just took a flight, officer. But
just don't tell me you had the Gigo brew.
even if you're not intoxicated, they'll be like, you know what, get out of the car.
You smell like Gigo.
You're already suspect.
That's not good.
Absolutely. We'll have to think about the Gigo grind.
Well, you know who might have an answer for that, John?
Who do you think?
Bonnie Runyon.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't we see that?
Because I almost forgot. Supposed to call Bonnie today?
Oh, don't forget Bonnie.
I didn't forget Bonnie. Would I forget Bonnie Runyon, the great Bonnie Runyon? She's probably going, where are those guys at? It's way past our call time. She might be texting and saying, where are you?
Maybe that was one of those.
Kind of trying.
So
Yeah.
you gotta
You going to call me today?
Yeah.
Or? Sometimes you got to tease
I thought maybe y'all had gone south for the weekend.
Oh, no.
We were just talking beers with our friend Ethan. That's all.
You know,
I'm
it's
sorry.
National Beer Day today, Bonnie.
Oh, that excites me.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite brew?
Yeah, it's none.
None?
Well, there's that.
not a beer drinker?
You know what? No.
No?
Okay. In a word,
All right.
no.
That's all right.
But we were just talking with our friend Ethan from Eternity Brewing, and we were trying to pitch him on making a Mike and John beer.
Well, Lord, I can't even get somebody to make Mike and John cards. So, I mean,
Well,
screw
hey, now,
Don't mess with the beer. Cards is much more important than the beer.
Okay.
I almost had a beeper there.
Now, when you say Mike and John, you're talking about a deck of playing cards?
Yes.
Oh. I think we might
Joker.
a deck of Mike and John playing cards.
Do we?
Yeah. From many years ago. The picture on them is kind of old. I say they still
You have
have
to
some
dig
hair.
those out because memory isn't
I
that
think
good.
if anybody deserves it, it's me.
All right.
I agree.
You know what? If we do have those, we should give those to
Yeah,
Bonnie.
absolutely.
So what do you have going on for Easter, Bonnie?
Well, bless. Always get to connect with the family.
Yeah. So how many are you having?
Oh, I don't know. It ain't me.
Oh, you're not hosting?
No.
Are you going to get the cards?
I'm getting the cards. I know
Okay.
where they're at.
This may take a while.
Hey, you're going to have to give me your address.
It's John and his cane searching for the cards. All right, so how many Runyons are going to be together for this? Because I know you have a very large family.
You know what? They probably will all be there. So let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wow, we're going to...
Probably about 15 or 16 of us.
15 or 16 people?
Yeah.
Or is that families? Because
that's right.
you got all the grandkids and the great-grandkids and everything else.
I know. Bless.
Are you in charge of bringing something since you're not hosting?
Well, you know what? Everybody does pitch in, and I did send her a text. Yes, hey, what can I bring?
Right, my mom does that all the time.
Yep, what can I bring? And sometimes they say your smiling face, but
Yeah.
I left a note on their pool table saying, okay, I'm bringing something. So what would you like?
And if they don't give you an answer, you just bring something off the top of your head?
There you go.
Or you got to go to, like buns or rolls or croissants or
There you
something?
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I always tell my mom, just bring yourself. That's all we need.
Yep.
So-
Yep. So what are you all doing for Easter?
For Easter, we're hosting at our house, and I think we're having 18. So I'm in charge of
cool.
somewhat cooking, but I think my mom's doing some chicken and stuff like that. So it'll be a big fiesta and a lot more food than we'll ever need.
That's always the case. Families never run out of food.
Now, do you give the grandkids and great-grandkids Easter baskets, or is that something for mom and dad to take care of?
That's something for mom and dad.
Yeah. Was there anything special back when your kids were little that you would do for them as an Easter tradition? Are you still looking for the cards? Apparently, he doesn't. They're back here somewhere.
No, I don't remember. I really don't think. I mean, I'm sure there were Easter baskets, but Easter wasn't. It's all about something more important than
the basket and the candy, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, but I do listen to y'all once in a while.
You listen to us once in a while?
Once in a while.
Well, we thought you listened to us every day here.
I heard that somebody else is willing to put money into the pot for Mike and John to be able to buy a radio station.
Yeah, we're just a few dollars short.
Board.
You're still on board with that?
Yes.
Well, I failed, Bonnie.
He couldn't find the
that's
cards.
okay.
They're around here somewhere.
Maybe they're with the board games and everything. We'll have to look later.
I will dig those
I
out.
was out to the Spirit last year, and I tried to get them to make cards because I'd have bought them for all my kids' stockings.
Maybe they're behind
Maybe I'm
Yahtzee.
going to have to go out there and harass them again.
Okay. Well, I don't have to.
Don't harass.
Don't harass them, but yeah.
no, I do it smiling.
Well, of course you do.
Yeah. Well, Bonnie, enjoy the gathering with the family for Easter, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
It doesn't get any better than family, but John and Mike are right after that.
We're
All
at
right.
the kids' table.
We're
All right.
Mike and John, right after your family.
Yep.
It's our new slogan.
Yeah. All right, Bonnie, have a great Easter. We'll talk to you next week.
You too.
All right,
All
bye-bye.
right, thanks. Yeah, we mentioned National Beer Day. Today is also Coffee Cake Day, International Beaver Day, Metric System Day. Remember when the metric system, we were going to take that and make it a thing here in the U.S.?
I do.
It's like elementary school. We're going to change everything over to the metric system, and still waiting on that.
Do you like our new camera? This is the John camera.
It's the. I see.
This is my exclusive
How
camera.
did that happen?
This is my exclusive camera.
I see.
Hi.
I thought you wanted people to donate.
Yeah, see.
No, it's all you.
See, there you go.
I see. Oh, you
So
changed
this could
over.
be
the
like,
cam-
yeah, maybe we could
I don't know about
be
that.
like a second camera.
Yeah. What if you have butter stains in the ceiling? Butter stains.
Butter stains.
In high school, kids would take the butter pats, and this is back when they're on that little piece of wax paper, and you peel off the
Right,
one piece, and
right.
you'd have your butter there. They'd throw them up and hit them in the drop ceilings.
Where the
We
hell did
should
you go
do
to
that.
school?
Oh, I was in Livonia. It was a bunch of ruffians.
So, yes. So,
So, all right, you have a new toy. All right,
Sorry.
we got that.
it's our new second cam.
Okay, I didn't know yet.
Yeah.
Do we have a GoPro or what's the plan there?
Actually, this is just the laptop camera.
I see. All right.
Yeah, so.
All right. Do we want to give away lunch before
think we
do the
should,
history
yeah.
lesson?
Yeah,
I
I
already
believe
told what
we
some of the things are going on today. Of course, we want to remind you if you have a pool or thinking about getting a pool or need your chemicals tested for your pool, our friends at Romans Pools and Supplies can take care of you. They have 2 locations, Howell and Brighton, and they're also hiring, John. Not cameramen, but people to help out.
Are you sure they're hiring?
That's what I was told.
Oh, okay.
They won't take just anybody like John.
Right, and now I go dig out because you threw a
Well,
curveball there.
sorry.
I got to go dig out Romans. Yes, Romans Pool Supplies and Service, your pool's best defense, and they are hiring 18 and over. Of course, today they're opening up my pool.
Are they?
This is the earliest opening day I've ever had. So
Well, let's see. It's about 37 degrees out right now. I want to see you
It's
in
going to be
your
it's going to be a
scam
couple days before I get in there, but that's a couple days to dig out the worms and get everything up and running. But Romans is the place to get that done, and you can go online and find out more about all their services. RomansPools.com. As we mentioned, they are hiring 18 and over, of course. And when you think about Romans, we think about things like a new pump. As you open up your pool for the season, you find out that pump is it's old. and
It's 10 years old. Time to get a new one.
Time to get a new one or a heater. When you think about pool pumps, the Department of Energy has new regulations regarding pumps. You can allow Roman's experienced team to help guide you through the regulations while offering the latest in variable speed pumps, which is exactly what they did for me last year. I needed a new pump. Roman himself walked me through exactly what pump would be best. I got a rebate back from DTE from that. It's a variable speed one. It's automated. I can just from my own phone.
From your phone.
If I can,
And
as
you
I'm
love that,
floating in
don't
the
you?
pool. I think we need to speed up the pump a little bit.
I'd like the pump pump a little more so I can get to the other side of the pool without doing anything but sitting on this
Yeah,
tube.
that's right. Exactly. This is living, fella.
Let's see if I can make a whirlpool out of this thing. Crank it up to 10. Make it 11.
If you want to control your pump, your heater, even your pool lights from your phone, ask Romans how to do that. Give them a call, 517-545-4555, or online, romanspools.com.
Make sure you don't drop your phone in the pool.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
All right, let's see what's going on at Torch 180 with our friend Rhonda Callahan, and of course the big gala coming up next week.
Good morning.
Hey, Rhonda.
How you doing?
Good.
We're doing well. What's new and exciting?
We're running a little late, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah. So, of course, the gala coming up next week, and we're looking forward to that.
Yes.
We still, at this late date,
do you have masks that we might be able to borrow?
Do not have our masks decided.
I can send over a few pictures of some that we have.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do that. We'll pick them, and you can hold them for us when we get there.
We can do that
All
if you want them.
Spare.
I don't know if you're going to want them.
Well, you're not going to want us to come without a mask. I know that. So we're here into April, and I know when we talked to you last week, the new menu wasn't quite up yet. We're ready to go, but now we're into April, and A whole new menu ready for people.
A whole new menu going. Yes.
What's new
so
for
we have
April?
a new student whose name is Anna, and she was the one who was drawn to curate our menu for this month. And so she has she has been so excited that we're doing this, and then she forgot her money the last time she was here for her class, and she couldn't buy anything off of her favorite menu.
Oh, that's
But we have the new one. I think the one that's been selling the most so far is the Everything Anna burger. So she likes a burger with everything, just lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, pickles. We've never done that, ketchup and mustard. I think maybe I thought the students, that'd be a lot for them.
Right.
And they're kind of like, oh, good grief, we can do this.
So it's the Everything Anna burger.
The Everything Anna burger, that's been
Nice.
selling
Yeah.
the fastest.
And you
but-
can see why.
Yeah.
Everything on a burger.
Exactly. Everything on the burger. And then she also likes a chicken Caesar salad. So we've got that going, and that's actually been really popular. So that's a salad we've never done. So it's been a good learning experience for the students. And she likes tomato soup and chicken noodle soup. So we've got the classic chicken noodle on the menu. And I don't know how that one's selling. Sometimes when we have this other stuff that's so popular, some things, you can't pick everything. So, but our tomato soup is super, super popular with everybody. The guys make it they broil the tomatoes and everything. And
Wow.
so we brought that one back on. So, yeah, and of course we have a cheese panini if you want to have your grilled cheese and tomato soup.
And
Good for dipping.
a cheese panini is really just a smashed grilled cheese, really. Yeah.
Exactly. On a panini.
Way to
it's
sell it,
at
John.
Walmart.
Yeah.
It looks fancy.
Smushed,
yeah.
It looks like a fancy.
It's fancy. Pinky's out.
It's a fancy grilled cheese.
All right, so all that's on the menu for April at Torch
Yes.
180, and
Yeah, good
we're gonna give away a lunch for two, and they can come in and try that fancy grilled cheese or the Everything Anna burger, which
I went real deep
sounds
on this
pretty
one.
enticing. I
It
have to
does.
say.
All right.
Not for you. All right.
I would have had a nothing on a.
He was
On a burger.
Could you put
Nothing
everything
on a
on a
burger.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations to Pamela Deshaw. Pamela Deshaw, winner of a lunch for two at Torch 180.
All right.
All right.
Awesome. Congratulations, Pamela.
Yeah.
All right, Rhonda, say hi to everybody at the Torch. Have a great Easter, and we'll see you at the gala.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, we are too. We're looking forward to it. Again, Mount Brighton next Thursday, and you guys are sold out.
There might be like four,
All right.
two bronze sponsorships with 2 tickets each, I think, that are left.
Okay, so people should get in on that. If you want to be a sponsor and get a couple tickets, now's the time. So get hold of Rhonda at Torch 180, and then we'll see you next Thursday.
Sounds great.
All right,
All right,
thanks,
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, as we get into the weekend, of course, it is National Beer Day. We take a look at our 2-cent history lesson. And what else did I say it was besides National Beer Day? Did I mention the cake day? Coffee cake?
I don't know because I didn't
Yes.
get the list.
We're not going to let that go, are we now?
Well, keep bringing it up.
I thought I sent it. International Beaver Day. International Snail Papers Day.
Snail, like
snail
snail
paper.
mail.
Yeah, like newspapers.
Yeah. Really not much of a...
Nowadays, they're pretty thin.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, and it's funny when you watch like an old TV show or movie when they pull out a paper. It's like you forget
Remember
how
how big
wide
they
they
were?
used to be. I mean, they were big.
It was
then
wide.
Then they shrunk them, and now
They shrunk them this way, and now
they
this
shrunk
way.
them to nothing.
It's like you can barely use it as a fan on a hot day. Metric System Day and National Beer Day today, and Coffee Cake Day.
Okay.
What kind of coffee cake you having?
Entenmann's. You save the Entenmann's for the guests.
That's right. Don't touch the
It's
Entenmann's.
for the company.
The first box of matches was sold on this day in 1831.
Really?
First box of matches. So they were probably wooden. Probably came in a bigger box than the match pack.
Right.
You know. You got to start your fire to cook your meal. So you need a box of matches. Employees at Bell Laboratories, 1927 of New York, demonstrated the first television transmission. A handful of viewers saw and heard Commerce Secretary Herbert Hoover.
Oh, wow.
Look at
We
Herbie.
could use a
You know,
man like Herbert Hoover again.
You know, it looks like he's gained weight. Well, TV adds 10 pounds.
Well, that's
to it.
true.
And
That
so
was
do
the first
podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. when people see me in person, they're always like, "Oh my God, you're so much thinner."
Yeah, they say that.
They do in my head.
1943, Swiss chemist Dr. Albert Hoffman,
Yes.
LB to his friends,
Oh, I know what LB made.
the world's first batch of LSD.
Skibbly dibbly. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, the reference that just won't go away.
It really won't.
And now they're talking about using LSD for PTSD and a lot of
Right.
other.
Right, I know that they
so
use,
sure.
it is a really interesting topic how they're using these psychedelics now in productive ways. Like ketamine is another one that's like a horse tranquilizer. Honestly,
Wow, I thought that was the keto diet.
no, that's a different diet. But even things like LSD and ketamine, they are using these for folks that have like deep depression or PTSD, and so kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's no longer just
Not just for the hippies at Woodstock.
Well, crap.
1959. I don't think the hippies were saying that. Those were the beatniks.
I know.
Come on, get your references from the 60s straight.
Nerds.
1959. For the first time ever, scientists at Stanford in California bounced a radar off the sun.
No. Well, a radar beam.
Yeah.
They didn't bounce the radar itself. But
Hey, where'd it go?
and they were like, "Yep, the sun's there.
Yep.
That's
Didn't burn it up.
that's a sun, all right."
In 1962, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards met Brian Jones for the first time. They were at a jazz club.
That's the one where they're like, "Hibbity skibbity, wow."
That was it. A jazz club in England. Jones was calling himself Elmo Lewis
Oh,
and
boy.
playing guitar
Yeah,
with Paul Jones.
Brian Jones is a better way to go on that one.
Elmo Lewis.
You cannot.
He said, "Tickle me, Mick."
No. You cannot have a member of the Rolling Stones named Elmo. Just if he had come into the Stones as Elmo, I don't care how good they sounded, they just never would have hit. They never would have hit.
Not
They would've
going
been
to call you. No.
sorry.
Elmo hit the pavement.
You got a guy named Elmo in your band? No, forget it.
Unless it's a jazz band, which is what he was
then
in.
yes.
Then you can be.
Wow, wow, wow.
United States recovered a hydrogen bomb in 1966
Oops.
that we had lost off the coast of Spain.
There it is.
Hey, Fred, you remember that hydrogen bomb we lost? We need you to go get that.
Sorry. It fell out.
Homer, you were in charge of that.
Oh, remember that pin you were supposed to put in there to keep it in place?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one got loose. Nobody will notice.
Yes.
It's kind of like when he lost his kite.
Yeah.
It's
Just a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Supreme Court in 1969 unanimously struck down laws prohibiting private possession of obscene material. The Supreme Court said, yes, you can have your porn.
Yeah, you can.
Perfectly fine.
Right. What year was that?
1969. That's when that happened.
Hey now.
And finally, before this goes off the rails anymore.
It's way off the rails. We're already
In 2015, the original manuscript of Don McLean's American Pie sold for $1.2 million at an auction in New York.
Wow.
16 pages. It's an 8-minute song. So
Yeah.
a 16-page draft had been expected to fetch about $1.5 million at Christie's. McLean said, writing the song was a mystical trip into his past.
Was he hanging out with the
Abby Hoffman? Probably.
Wow.
And that is your Tuesday industry lesson
Okay.
for today.
Wow, we learned quite a lot.
I think we kind of did.
Don't lose your nuclear weapons. LSD.
Elmo was
invented.
almost a member of the Stones until the name changed.
Was the LSD, was that 43? Is that what you said?
1943.
So it's 80 years old today.
Wow, happy birthday, LSD.
Happy birthday, LSD.
Yeah. How are you celebrating?
Blow out the candles. Candles, man.
There's no candles.
Did you ever
But I
notice
see
your
'em.
hand? All right.
All right, that's your 2-cent history lesson.
Thank God for that.
Yes.
All right. We want to thank Murphy's Family Auto, of course, supporters until probably today of Mike and John Got It Going On. Murphy's Family Auto does everything. They got the full shebang of auto and truck repair services, tune-ups, brakes, expert electrical, tire shocks, batteries, air conditioning, everything you need. 517-552-3040 or check them out online, murphysfamilyauto.com.
Tell them Mike and Johnson, you save 5%. How about that?
You know what? And if you go in and go, skibbity dibbity, wow, wow, wow.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay.
You'll end up on the
I
highway.
mean, I just thought it might be.
Don't think.
It could be interesting. Or not.
We'll see you Monday.
Yeah, all right. Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday, and we'll be talking with some student actors from a local production. So have a great weekend, and Celebrate your LSD anniversary responsibly.
Giggling
Okay,
with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.